two terms in the Constitution that are defined constitutionally. One of them is treason, and the other is citizen of the United States. There are no other definitions in the Constitution. And the citizen of the United States, well, what is it? What does it take to be a citizen of the United States? Well, you have to qualify. Okay? What are the two qualifications? That's what it names, two qualifications in order to be a citizen. The first qualification is you have to either be born here or naturalized. The second qualification to be a citizen of the United States is you have to be subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. See that word? Subject to the jurisdiction of the United States. That is the second requirement for being a citizen. You understand? Subject. The people are sovereign. They're not subject to anybody. At most, if you're one of the people of the United States, you are subject to your fellow sovereigns in the form of grand jury indictment and petite jury 100% conviction. Okay? That's a trial by the people, not a trial by the government. When a government does a prosecution, they prosecute on information. They appear with information before the magistrate. The magistrate functions like a one-man grand jury, decides whether or not there's a case there, and of course, as we all know, he usually rubber stamps it to tell him go ahead and do the prosecution. And then you have the next trial, which they say you can have a jury if you're talking criminal proceedings, but in fact, those juries are advisory juries. Okay? About the only place I know where common law might be really used is in an actual murder trial, because they actually go and get an indictment. And in other words, to a grand jury, they don't do it on information, they do it on indictment. But then that's questionable too, because none of the grand juries in the United States have 25 people. It's always fewer than 25. That's a whole subject area of discussion right there. But basically, they typically have 21 or 23, but not 25. If they had 25, it'd be a real grand jury.